Client onboarding is one of those things that feels simple until you're actually doing it. Because it's not just one thing, it's all the little small pieces that add up together. You need to set up the project, create the folders, send the welcome email, brief the team, get the client to fill out the questionnaire, collect their brand assets, book the onboarding call, and on and on and on. And when you're small and only have a handful of clients, you can just about keep this all in your head. But the moment you start scaling and adding more clients is the moment things slip through the gaps. Clients feel disorganized, your team's chasing their tail, and suddenly the first impression you're making with a client isn't a great one. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how I've solved this problem inside of Notion, using a single click of a button that kicks off the onboarding process. I'll show you what it does for your team, what it looks like on the client's end, and how you can extend it to automate even more of your process. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, let me show you the onboarding button. So inside of Notion, we have this clients page, and in here we have the client projects database. So let's say we've just landed Apple for web design. We've added them here in the onboard status. And then when we open up the actual project database page, you'll notice we can come to this view details option, and this opens up the side panel. And at the bottom here, we have this task buttons section. And this has one button for onboarding. So based on the due date that we've set and also who is in the team for this project, right now it looks like it's just me, I can click this button and you'll see instantaneously we have created 7 new tasks and 1 page. So the tasks we've created are both tasks that we need to complete internally, and they have been given the correct assignee place based on the team, and the correct due date based on the overall due date and making sure we're getting things done in time. But then we also have some tasks here for the client and things that we need them to do. Now, right now we're looking at the internal view of this client project, so we can see our tasks and the client tasks. But you'll notice we have this share to portal checkbox, and this has been checked for the client instantaneously. And what this now means is that we have these tasks appearing in the client's client portal. So when they go through their onboarding, they can see the tasks and check them off for us. Now I'll show you the client portal in a second, but I also said that there was a page that was created. So as well as creating some tasks, we can create other types of information automatically as well. So if we come to this tab section and come to the docs, you'll notice here we have this onboarding questionnaire. There's actually 2 because I ran this automation earlier, but there would just be 1. And now we have this web design onboarding questionnaire that's been created automatically. And again, it's got the same share to portal checkbox that's been checked so that the client can access it from the client portal. So I'll show you what that looks like on the client portal side. But before I do, again, this may seem like a very pedestrian thing just to be able to create tasks automatically. But onboarding follows a standard process, and the key thing is to make sure that you don't forget anything. Everyone knows what they need to do and what they've been assigned, and they need to know when they need to do it in time for to make sure that the project stays on track. And by having this onboarding button with these tasks being created automatically with 1 click is the way that we are able to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the client actually sees and experiences. So you can see here at the top of the client project, we actually have a related database page, which is from the client portal's database, and we have a client portal that's been set up. Now, I've already gone ahead and actually set this up already, but there's not much I need to do. All I needed to do was come to the share option and make sure that I invite our client with full access. And then also I came to view details and attached the new person property to the client access property here. And now I've done that, I can switch over to what the client would see. So essentially during our onboarding email, we would send one email that says, "Hey client, welcome to our agency. We're very excited to get started. We have now invited you to our Notion workspace. So please find that email and accept the invite and create your own account for free." Once you do, you can go inside your client portal and we'll take it from there. So once they follow that process, create their Notion account, they'll come to our workspace as a guest, and you can see there's just 1 page in their sidebar, which is their client portal. And the first thing we've put in this client portal is the welcome video. And this basically is going to go over, well, welcoming them and also how the client portal works and what we need them to start doing for the onboarding. So what we will say is please go over to the My Tasks section and check out any tasks that are there waiting for you. And you can see we have those 3 tasks there. We've also shown the details property that has been filled out automatically to make sure we're telling them exactly what they need to do and explaining everything. So let's walk through each of these tasks or these example tasks to see how this would work in practice. So the first one we have is to complete the questionnaire. It's assigned to the client and it's due on April 26th. And the details says, this questionnaire can be found inside the Docs tab of your client portal, or we've linked to it here for easy access. So let's actually go to the Docs section, and you can see sitting here waiting for them is that onboarding questionnaire. So when they open this up, they've got full access to this page, and they basically can go through the questions that we've outlined for them. Now, typically this is the type of information that you might collect from a form during onboarding. But I actually prefer this method of doing things because the problem with a form is you're often asking really detailed questions to the client, things about their branding, their positioning, and that's something that they often have to go back to, check with their team. And so instead of having a form, which is a very one-time action, this becomes more of a worksheet that the client feels a sense of ability to actually go back and forth and edit and work on. So they can come in here, they can answer the questions inside the toggles just by adding the text like so, and they can fill this out as detailed as they can for us. So that's the first thing, that's the questionnaire. Now let's say that they've finished our questionnaire for us and we can say that this has been done. So I'm gonna need to come over here and mark this off as done. The next thing we have is to share brand assets. And the detail says, please share any brand assets you think we might need to start the project. And you can find the brand assets inside of the client portal itself within the external links. So the client, we've already been shown this during that welcome on board video, but they know they can come to the view details, and then within this external links section, we're going to link to their client Google folder. So they can open this up and then they can just straight away add all of their assets within there. So that's a nice and easy one and makes the sharing of assets very simple. We're not having to use any expensive sharing tools or making it hard for the client to know where they need to upload. It's right there for them, so they can get that done and then mark it off as done. And then the third and final task is simply to book the onboarding meeting. Again, we've got details of where they can find the meeting booking link, but it's going to be in the same place that the Google folder was in our external links. They can go ahead and click that link, book it with your CSM or account manager, and then you have your onboarding call booked and ready to go as well. I'm sure you already know, but the reason this is so important is that when you first land a client, the time between them saying yes and then actually seeing some value from your services is what you call buyer's remorse. They're going to experience some kind of buyer's remorse and are going to have an anxiety that you're actually willing and able to deliver what you promised. And that's why this onboarding button and the client portal is so powerful. Within 24 to 48 hours of the client saying yes, they're going to receive an email from you where they have their own dedicated client portal that can be branded to their logo and has all of the tasks outlined in detail, very simple to follow for them to get it done. All right, so you've got your onboarding task list for your team to follow. You've got your client portal for your client to have a great experience. Now let's go one step further and automate some of those manual tasks that you're doing over and over again. And with this setup, this is actually very simple. So if we go back over to the client projects side of things and go over to our onboarding button here in the side panel, if we come here to the actual property and edit the automation, you can start to see how this looks behind the hood. So we have the button being clicked and then the actions. So we're doing things inside of Notion. We're adding a page to the docs database with the onboarding questionnaire template, and we're linking it to the client project, as well as all of the correct owners and client access. We're doing the same for the task database, and we're creating all those different tasks. What we can do is scroll down to the bottom here and add a new action, and we can choose to send a webhook. Now, the way the webhook works is essentially once this automation is fired, it can then send a webhook to any of your favorite automation tools. So let me show you what is potentially possible to automate. As an example, inside of Make, we have this very simple automation. So we have the webhook from Notion being received, that's the trigger, and it contains all the information from the client project, so the client name, the services, the due date, and then we're able to do some tasks that we're not able to do inside of Notion. So we can first of all, for example, create a Google folder for the client. We just have one, but if you had subfolders and different categories, you can make them all here with this automation. Then the second thing is that we can create the Slack channels. So we might have an internal Slack channel for the client project, an external Slack channel for the client project. We can create them here and invite all of the users and the team to it. And then finally, if we do have a standard onboarding email or even a standard onboarding Slack message, we can go ahead and send that and have all of the correct links to everything within that onboarding message. This is just an example automation of what can be done, but based on your own processes, you can think of what is manual and what can be automated, and here is probably the best time to do it, included within this one click of a button. So you may be thinking, Sam, this sounds great, but how do I know how to get started? Well, the best way to do that is to actually map out your entire onboarding process so you know all the little steps and pieces, so you can then go ahead and begin to put them inside this button. And if you want to know how to do that effectively, you should check out this video here. It's my full explanation of this process mapping exercise that allows you to get everything out of your head and onto a whiteboarding tool so that you can create something just like this. And by the way, if you want to skip learning things in bits and pieces and just want the whole methodology, you should check out the link down below in this description. It's our full blueprint for creating systems, and it's the thing which includes mapping your processes, creating SOPs, setting up your Notion, and training your team. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.